Oh boy. So, I mentioned a while back that I wanted to start getting into the drama community and talking about current events that are happening and giving my take on current drama, if there is some kind of political perspective that is to be had on it from a leftist perspective, or at least a progressive one. Maybe not, leftist. There's not, generally with most drama, there's no reason to have like an anti-capitalist take on it. That's usually not the issue. Usually when it comes to drama online, there is at least a tangential connection to social issues. And being a very progressive person, I do feel like I have a duty almost, or I wouldn't say duty, but an interest in giving my thoughts from a progressive perspective on these issues. And coming into this, one of the first things that I covered was a streamer by the name of Pokimane. Now, Pokimane is a streamer who is most well known for playing League of Legends, Fortnite, Among Us, some other basic bitch games on Twitter or on Twitch. And she's a very successful streamer, by far the largest and most successful female streamer there is out there. And it is no secret that Pokimane is extremely smart and careful with her public image. She's very, very good when it comes to marketing, and we'll get really into detail when that comes later. And because of that, Pokimane has, at least compared to a lot of other online creators anywhere close to her size, really not had that many oopsies, any big drama or anything like that. There's been some stuff, don't get me wrong, like copyright, all that kind of stuff. There's been some stuff, but for the most part, we're not talking about someone who has done anything crazy bad or is super deserving of like massive hate mobs. And despite that, there would be like a lot of really dishonest attacks towards her. Now, I am not anywhere close to a fan of Pokimane. I've never even watched her live before. I think I watched a few of her videos back in 2018 when Fortnite was really popular and I was trying to do gaming content. But a lot of my original content getting into the drama stuff was defending Pokimane from people who I felt had, whether they realized it or not, somewhat misogynistic motivations in their criticisms or attacks on Pokimane. Things that were really weird. Stuff like her not wearing makeup, like passing around pictures of her not wearing makeup. Leafy posting things like Pokimane 2 out of 10, just like edgy, dumb fuck, kind of misogynistic bullshit, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, she's done bad stuff. The copyright claiming stuff is a big one, She copyright claimed Boblax, although apparently there was more behind the scenes there, and Boblax was 100% in the right or in the wrong. It was very complicated. But nonetheless, for the most part, she's done a pretty good job of avoiding drama. Until today. That all changes today. I was about to go to bed last night. I was in my room with my girlfriend, just vibing and chilling, and suddenly, I had a feeling. It was like my spider sense was tingling. I could smell something in the air. I was like, what's that? What the fuck is that? And then I realized what it was. Across the mountain range of San Jacinto, between Palm Springs and LA, I could smell a man by the name of Stephen Kenneth Destiny Beneblo was doing a sequel to his much beloved Rape Review. Does anybody remember back in like June or July? It's been a while. It was like earlier this year, around the beginning of summer. There was a massive torrent of Me Too accusations that came out from a ton of Twitch streamers. It was this movement that happened. Tons of different streamers, usually generally female ones, exposing popular male streamers and esports players and all these people in the industry with these twitlongers going into detail about how they'd done some horrible shit, whether it be anything from like breaking boundaries to full-on rape or sexual assault. It was really bad. And there was drama around it. People talked about it. But of all people, the person who got the most traction, and I would argue did the most good, whether you dislike or like Destiny, this is undeniable, who did the most good in talking about these topics was Destiny. He did a big stream that people jokingly called the rape review, edgy joke, in which he read over all of the significant and some of the insignificant accusations being made. And on his stream, he just went off informing tens of thousands of people that were watching, I believe, about consent. Because let's be honest, most Twitch viewers are unsavable, incel tier, socially inept people who, let's be honest, while they may not be rapey or anything like that, are probably really bad at picking up on social cues, and not being able to pick up on social cues too well can generally lead to some really weird and bad interactions when it comes to relationships, undeniably. So, Destiny did a great service in going over these and educating his audience. It was fantastic. Now, some other stuff happened around this involving LSF. I'm not really going to talk about it right now, but I'll give like a brief detail. Basically, LSF, Livestream Fails, really popular Twitch subreddit, ended up banning Destiny, and it turned out that a bunch of mods on LSF were moderators in a Reddit now gone for obvious reasons called rjailbait, a pedophile subreddit. Turns out a shit ton of LSF mods were apparently pro-pedophilia and apparently pro-rape because they banned Destiny and would not allow any clips from Destiny's rape review thing to be posted. Really fucking bad. LSF were also the same people who posted the clip of the thing Destiny said that got him departnered from Twitch, and it ended up getting a shit ton of views, and it was really bad, and they probably fucking brigaded him and got him unpartnered. Yeah, but irrelevant to all this. Basically, wow, my camera is just losing focus over and over again. Basically, going on from all of this, I could sense that Destiny was doing a sequel to the original rape review, and I immediately turned on the TV, and I went to Destiny's channel, and I found that his legend of an editor had already uploaded the entire 2.5-hour clip. And me and my girlfriend watched it, and holy fuck, was it a goddamn roller coaster. Oh my fucking god. My reaction will not make sense until we've gone over all of it together. Buckle the fuck up, because we're going over all of it. We're going over all of it. And this is going to take at least an hour, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. This is going to be a long one. This is going to be a long video, and this is going to be a long segment, and this is going to be a long stream. And we got other topics to cover after this one, too. We're covering some MAGA coping after this, so stick around. Whew. All right. So basically, back in June, okay, actually, we'll start at the very beginning. So there is a YouTube channel, or I should say a group, called OfflineTV. Let's get a look at them here. Oh, wow, my webcam is not where it needs to be. I probably should have checked that before starting the stream, huh? Well, that's joke's on me. This is OfflineTV here. OfflineTV is a collective group of YouTubers and streamers that have essentially come together to live in the same house for the most part. I don't think Pokimane lives with any of them anymore, but they sort of all lived in the same house, and they produced content together. They all did their own streams and everything, and yeah, they were mostly known for playing games like League and Fortnite and what have you. It was pretty cool. It's a cool idea. I've always loved the idea of streamer houses and a sort of confederation of sorts of like YouTubers and streamers. This takes me back to like, I feel like it takes me back, and I love seeing this make a comeback because it takes me back to the days of the Yogscast and the Creatures. Anyone here who knows who the Creatures are or were, you're a legend. It's a cool concept, and you can get some really good content out of it, right? Especially if there is a good chemistry between the creators and whatnot, and whatnot. Fuck Jordan, true. Fuck Jordan. Jordan's relentless pursuit of pussy ruined the creatures. I will never stop down from that. But with that said, not all was perfect in this Offline TV house. You'll notice, if you are aware of Offline TV, the cast here of the 5 members is different. You have Skara, Disguised Toast, Pokimane, Lily Pichu, and Michael Reeves. It used to be Skara, Fedmyster, Pokimane, Lily Pichu, Albert. He's irrelevant here. He was Lily Pichu's boyfriend. Cheated on her. Things got rough. He got kicked out. Not really that crazy. Doctor, what is it? Force and CD, my man, whatever. And then Fedmyster. I'll go ahead and I'll show you an image of Fedmyster here so you guys know what we're talking about. I think it's relevant for us to know what our boy, the Fed, looks like. He is a Fed, indeed. That's him right there. That's Fedmyster. This is the guy who is the focus, besides Pokimane, of this whole video and segment. There's our guy. Look at him. He's pretty good looking. All right. As you'll notice, Fedmyster's not on this collage anymore. And the reason for that is some shit happened. Basically, back a few months ago, back at like early summer, when the big Me Too thing was happening on Twitch and whatnot, and everyone was coming out with accusations, and there was support for some, there was some against it. It was really, really crazy. Yvonne, who is another member of Offline TV, more of a backseat member. She mostly did like managing of stuff. She had her own stream and made videos and was part of the videos and stuff, but she was mostly like a behind the scenes manager type figure. She wasn't generally she wasn't generally like on the big material and whatnot, like the promotional material and whatnot. But she's cool. She's cool. She's like the manager, right? She came out with a twit longer explaining, and I'm going to summarize this here because we've got a lot more reading to do soon, okay? Explaining that Fed had a problem. Fedmyster. Fed, we're going to call Fedmyster Fed for short. Fed had a problem where he would get drunk and he would do some really bad things and disrespect the boundaries of mostly the women in the house. For example, and this is the most notorious, he would come into their rooms unsolicited and kind of just lay down in their bed with them and like cuddle them against their will. And this is backed up by Yvonne and Lily Pichu, the dudes who lived in the house, Skara and Disguised Toast, and finally, Pokimane. Pokimane made a video about it. This is actually live. This was recorded on stream. Someone re-uploaded it. It has 2.4 million views. And my like from when this drama first happened is still here because at the time, I was of the belief you are going to be here today to be able to witness me switching this to a dislike. And you will find out why momentarily. But yeah, back when this came out, this is June 28th, back in June, everybody was against Fed. Of course. There were some people, like usually chuds and whatnot, that were in favor of him because they think cancel culture and Me Too has gone too far. But there was like very few, if any, defenses of Fed here. Like best case scenario for Fedmyster was that he was drunk and he was inappropriate and that he needs to work on himself. Worst case scenario, he sexually harassed his roommates, aka coworkers. Really, really crazy. In this segment, why dislike the uploader? Yeah, okay, fine. You're right. All right. Yeah, I won't dislike the uploader. Fine. Basically, in this statement, Pokimane backs up the claims of Yvonne and Lily, which are not contested, by the way. What Fed did to Pokimane and Lily is true. He did, in fact, sexually harass and break the boundaries of those two women. And for that, He has been and should be condemned and should work on himself, which he apparently is. Sorry, Yvonne and Lily, not Yvonne and Pokey, if I accidentally said that. But it gets way more complicated. Because holy fuck, am I losing faith in online callouts when it comes to Me Too. I'm losing a lot of faith. Guys, I need you all to listen to me here, and I need chat not to read before I finish my point. You guys have a tendency to do that. I need you to listen to me, okay? I need you to listen good and hard. Generally, both in Hollywood and in real life, there is a tendency for, or just a general rule is, for the most part, accusations of rape or sexual assault, just broad Me Too allegations, are usually not fabricated. Usually. There's some cases in the realm where they are, like with the case of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, where I don't think Amber Heard ever claimed that Johnny Depp raped or sexually assaulted her. It was more a claim that he abused her, and then it came out, like actual recording came out that in fact it was the other way around. She had been assaulting and abusing him, and it was fabricated. But generally, most accusations like this aren't false. However, I found that I found that when it comes to online figures, there is a much higher likelihood of accusations like this being false or fabricated. Not always, not even most of the time, but certainly a higher than usual likelihood. Johnny Depp isn't innocent either. Yeah, there's clearly, they have a fucking awful relationship that needs to end and all that. But yeah, no, it's not as cut and dry as Johnny Depp abused Amber Heard. She was abusing him too. So here's the problem. When it comes to online accusations, anybody can make them. There's not as much checking or a court of approval, or it doesn't seem, it's a lot easier to push an accusation and for shit tons of people to see it and for shit tons of people to believe it. And because these aren't like big mainstream celebrity shit, when new evidence comes out either affirming the accusations or discounting them, that evidence may not get signal boosted to the same degree as it would if it was like a mainstream celebrity, right? It just seems like it's a lot easier. And your boy Zan has been in this position. I really cannot stand this autofocus. What are you doing? Autofocus, please. Your boy Zan's been in this position. Back in March and April, I had a friend group on Discord of people I met online that I was friends with, and we made a friend group on Discord, like a group chat type thing, a Discord server I didn't even make. I wasn't the one that made it. It was called Harem Uwu, and we just kind of hung out. There was an NSFW section that you could post there if you want, but we mostly just hung out in VC and talked about video games and Star Wars and stuff like that. Then one of the people in that group had a bit of a mental breakdown over, and I kid you not, Star Wars, and then went to Twitter to start accusing me of like promising her or them a relationship and then in a place to live, and then Thought Slime and a bunch of other bigger creators like, bigger is a relative term, but like Kevin Logan, Christy Winters, Thought Slime went up, picked that up, and then moved that over to me having a sex cult and like grooming my fans and shit. Like, I've dealt with this kind of shit. Now, thankfully, every single other person involved with this helped gather screenshots to debunk everything, and I was able to make a video debunking it all. But there's been cases where things haven't gone that well. You know, who remembers Slazo? Slazo, his career kind of got fucked, if we're being honest. Like, literally a bunch of other creators came together. Pro Jared, too. Pro Jared got smeared as a pedophile when in fact he wasn't. Slazo had a bunch of other creators like I'm Alex and a few other people come together and coordinate an allegation of rape back when he was like 18 dating a 16-year-old or something like that, or 17 dating a 16-year-old, or it was some like not crazy age gap, but still like you got to be careful when you have an age gap like that in a relationship, claiming that he'd raped her. And then Slazo came out with a legendary video debunking most of it and then apologizing for the stuff that he did kind of fuck up, but it was nowhere near as bad as the accusations that were made. This does seem to happen when it comes to online creators. And thankfully, for the most part, the accusations against Fed aren't fabricated. But getting into Pokimane, things get more complicated. I'm going to speed up her video a little bit, or maybe we'll just skip through it a little bit because I want to get the main points across. And then we're going to look at the reason we're all here today. All right, here's Pokimane's video about the drama.
Really like to help paint a bigger picture.
Wow, this is really quiet.
And to help you guys understand. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to do this. I am like cringing so far deep in. If helps, I'm gonna say this at the beginning and at the end. Please just don't attack anyone. And it'll kind of just a growing distance between me and the people within OfflineTV and also the people within our greater friend circle. This was coincidental.
Oh yeah, there's another good example with James Charles being accused of trying to groom a straight guy into being gay when that all got debunked. Yeah, this kind of shit happens when you're an online creator. I still agree with the believe victims thing, right? You still need to believe victims, but also like when it comes to online accusations, I feel like there is a much more, there's a much larger necessity to be a bit more interested in seeing like how things unravel before you make up your mind entirely. I feel like that's kind of a relevant thing you need to keep in mind. Here, let's see. I want to find, there's a very particular, you know what? Actually, I just remembered. Fed included the clips. I'll just summarize this video for you guys. So in this video, Pokimane, backs up Yvonne and Lily. All good. No problem there. But then she goes on about her relationship with Fedmyster. She goes on about how Fed and her were close friends. There was no relationship there. She goes pretty hard on saying there was no relationship, nothing even bordering a relationship between them, and they were close friends. And that not only that, but he was interested in her and would attempt to essentially cockblock dudes who would, that she would be interested in dating. And then goes on about how he had tried to orchestrate Yvonne, the manager of the OfflineTV house, to try to get her kicked out. And a bunch of other shit that was, like, pretty bad. Unrelated to the main accusations of, like, breaking boundaries and whatnot, but pretty bad towards Pokey. And for months, since June, this has been the prevailing narrative. The prevailing narrative. But last night, holy fuck. Destiny was streaming. And Pikachu, or Leakachu, received a DM on Twitter from an anonymous account of this leaked document on Google Drive that is Fedmyster's response, coming months later with screenshots and everything, both apologizing for the shit that he did badly, but also, let's just say Pokimane comes out of this looking really, really bad. Really, really bad. And Destiny read over all 25 pages of this on stream, and it was some good-ass content. Good-ass content. And I'm going to cover it on stream, too. We're going to read all of this. But we're going to do it from a bit of a different... the main coverage is going to be the same, okay? But the conclusion at the end of reading it all, I'm going to go off onto a bit of a thing that, because Destiny has no affiliation with this sort of thing, going on about how the drama community is going to respond to this. The people in the drama community who've wanted a reason to hate Pokimane for a while, and while I definitely think it's valid to hate Pokimane after this, it's a bit more nuanced than that. You guys will see. You guys will see my take soon. All right, let's read this, okay? Let's get into this. This is fresh news, okay? This is fresh off the fucking pallets, okay? It's steaming. It's like a freshly baked pan of bread rolls. It's delicious. You sure you want to risk a strike from her? I will not get a strike from her. I highly doubt I'll get a strike from her. Here we go. Introduction and apology. Hey guys, it's been a while. It's been about 2 months now. I know a lot of you are angry, sad, and disappointed, and you certainly have the right to be. I did some shitty things, and they went unchecked for a long time. After some very low moments, I'm in a better place now. I've been seeing a really good therapist nearly twice a week, and as per his suggestion, taking time away from all social media. I've used this time to distance myself and reflect. Throughout this time, I've been staying completely sober and plan to continue to do so. Just in general, though, I'm really trying to improve myself as a person, and I honestly feel like I've already made progress, but I know it's not my place to be the judge. I'm taking this all very seriously. Throughout the entirety of my absence, I've been doing therapy addressing everything that happened. Over the course of that time, I learned a lot about myself and my hidden issues. To summarize, I'm very fearful of confrontation and mostly the unknown. I'd often make a mistake and choose to suppress it rather than confront it. This can cause me to hide things and hurt a lot of people in the process. The thing is, life is full of unknowns, and I can't play as a bystander when it comes to the consequences of my actions. I need to increase my comfortability with the unknown. Another thing I learned about is my desire for intimacy, not sexual, more like companionship. When I get comfortable with people, I often push these boundaries, and when I'm drunk, this feeling is amplified. I never mean any harm or have any sort of malicious intent, but I've certainly made people feel uncomfortable. My actions surrounding Yvonne and Lily fit into these categories, and I can't begin to explain how sorry I am for hurting them and ultimately jeopardizing our relationships. The consequences of my actions towards them have been miserable but appropriate. Every day I wake up and recall how nice it was being surrounded by loving friends and how stupid I was to let my actions betray their trust. I deserved it, though. These actions had to have consequences. I just want to say that this has nothing to do with me coming back to streaming. After a tremendous amount of thought and therapy, I'm here to shed some light and give a timeline on my side of things since it has now become a public matter. I've already apologized to Yvonne and Lily privately, and this statement will in no way contradict their stories. Instead, the purpose of this is to address individuals that I believe are twisting the truth for their own benefit. For my own health, I can no longer stay silent. Let's get into it. The purpose. After my time away from everything, I decided to watch the streams that were made about me. Watching Pokey talk about all the things I've done with little to zero context as to the nature of our relationship hurt me pretty bad. I definitely did some questionable things and broke her trust, but there are some claims she makes about me, Yvonne and I, and just friends, and herself that are either false, twisting the truth, or misconstrued. I'm going to be addressing these claims as well as giving context to mostly everything that was mentioned on our stream since I feel that it is very important and personal to me. Here are where things get really, really fucking spicy. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the good shit? Because this is where the juice starts. The next 24 pages are pure juice. I hope you're thirsty because, we're about to get some good, some real good juice. Some real good fucking juice. All right. My relationship with Pokimane. This Foki thing, for those of you guys that aren't aware, Foki is a combination of Fed and Poki. It's a shipping name. Anyone who's aware of like shipping knows what that is. You basically combine two people's names, and it's like it's an implication they're in a relationship or a couple in some way. That's what it means. So Foki refers to Fed and Poki, their ship, their relationship of sorts. This Foki thing all started as a joke when I made a picture of me and Poki, my phone background. She had sarcastically suggested that I do it and see what kind of reaction from the community we'd get. I laughed and I did it anyway just for fun. Obviously, the public started to pick up on it more and more, and then this all escalated when the Taiwan trip happened. They went to Taiwan together for like a thing, you know. When you're a big streamer, you do a lot of traveling, you fly to other countries, it's a big thing. During the Taiwan trip, February 14th, 2018, so we're going back about 2 years here, Pokey and I got really close. A lot of good moments came from that trip. It felt like the honeymoon phase of getting to know someone, and that's what it was. This was the first time we talked and looked at each other differently. We discussed some pretty personal things like work ethic, drive, and dreams. It was really cool. And then on stream, we would do our thing. We weren't at all playing it up for content. At least I wasn't. We came back from Taiwan, and that kind of energy between us continued on and off stream. We started to have breakfast and dinner together every day. We became very flirty, especially through text. We're going to be looking at the screenshots in just a moment. Started having occasional sleepovers, and just in general, we're definitely heading in a romantic direction. It was pretty obvious to our friends and roommates something was going on, but no one really asked about it. There was the occasional ex-roommate walking in without knocking and seeing us cuddling in bed watching Law & Order on my laptop. I would think to myself, man, this is the dream. Really connecting with someone that understands the world I'm a part of, and she's super ambitious, hilarious, and meticulous about so many things in her life. She's a very inspiring person. To this day, and despite everything, I still hold true to those beliefs, so I tried everything in my power to not fuck it up. Spoiler, I did. I want you all to remember right now, Pokimane and her accusations, or in her video backing up the accusations, stressed strongly nothing ever happened between Fed and Poki. There was no relationship. There was no nothing going on between them. Let's look at the screenshots, shall we? Prepare yourselves for cringe. This is a couple of young adults, early 20s, flirt posting in text at each other, okay? And if that's something that triggers you and makes you have PTSD flashbacks like it does me, then you may want to stop for a second. You may not want to stick around because it's about to get cringe, but it's going to be a very juicy cringe. It's going to be a really, like a squelching, juicy cringe. So the gray is our messages from Poki, and the blue are messages from Fed, in case you're unaware of how this texting app works. Okay, I'll look. I changed your name in my phone to Fetty. And then here's like a weird screenshot in this of like another thing. Or no. So here's what this is, I think. I think this is a little notification that comes up when you like change a name in like an Apple thing. I don't know. It's really weird. I want Foky Ice or Freddy Ice or just Freddy. Foky Ice. And then here's a screenshot of some DMs. Foky. Bible Thump. I want Foky Ice or Freddy Ice or... Okay, so it's like a weird... I don't know what's going on here. This first screenshot's really odd. Good morning. Best pick ever. Heart. Then a screenshot between, I believe, Poki, because it's on Poki's side of the screen, and someone named Hanako. Oh my god, you're into it. You're feeling it. And then like a shrug. Poki, your eyes. Lol, stop. Glittery. You effing look at him like in adoration, and then a bunch of dots. Nani? So this is apparently Poki talking to somebody else, commenting on the way that Poki and Fed act around each other. Like the idea that like Poki is all over Fed, or like there's clearly like a way, there's like clearly a way that they look at each other here, you know? Oh, no. Hanako is, I believe, Yvonne, because it says, I need our manager to stop. And then here's a message from Poki here. I saw what you wrote in chat. Blushy face. It made me blushy. Heart. Hungry. And then here's another one. Good night, blushy face. Nice, blushy face. I'm still embarrassed, by the way. Decided I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean. By the way, the accusations are that Fed had a tendency to, like, come into their rooms and like get in bed with them and like cuddle them. So I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean. Okay. So you're saying I could just walk in right now? I hear you. I don't think you know what I mean then. Heh. I think I might have to come in so you can elaborate. Or what I'm talking about. Zip. Never mind. Haha, if you must. Literally locked. Oops, debated. That's unfortunate, and like a weird combination of symbols here. No idea what the fuck that is. Ha ha ha. I feel like I can sense your frustration. Check again. Oh. Sorry. Babe, could you get me another water? Because I'm gonna have a I'm getting tumors right now. I can feel the tumors growing. Listening to it is one thing, but reading it off is a whole other thing. Oh, God. Oh, guys, we're just at the beginning. It gets worse. It gets worse, okay? Thank you, baby. It gets worse, okay? This right here, guys, this right here is, I want you to come to my room and absolutely demolish my vagina. This is what this message means, okay? For any of you here who are like not like socially literate, that is what this translates to, okay? Come to my room and absolutely just like just pound me, okay? That is exactly what is implied here. I can sense your frustration. Check again in regards to like checking if the door is locked, right? Like this is her playing with him, you know? Like a kinky kind of playing type thing. That's what's happening here. I want to clarify once again, Pokey stressed in her video that nothing ever happened. Nothing even bordering a relationship. They were just close friends happened between her and Fed. It gets worse. Fed responds with eyeballs. Wrong emoji. Blushes, blushes. Good night. So quiet over there. Thinky. And then for like an empty thing, I guess. Lol, I got lost in thought. Can you legit hear everything? Oh my god, lost in thought. Yeah. I haven't started taking care of myself, you know. Will commence shortly. And then you have a symbol I can only imagine stands for like eating a girl out. Like this is the symbol for some will say this is the universal symbol of peace. This is the universal symbol of pussy. And this looks like a jacking off symbol, okay? Lol. Then a tongue emoji from Pokey. Some water droplets from Fed, because he's nutting right now. That's him nutting. You're watching Fed just bust a fat one, okay? Haha, have fun, kissy emoji. You too, kissy emoji. So, I'll inform all the virgins in chat. This is what we call sexting. This is sexting. This is full-on virtual cyber sex. This is fucking tongue my vagina like it's a like you're cleaning out a empty carton of chocolate pudding, you know? Like, you know when you open up when you've like, you know how when you're eating a carton of chocolate pudding and now there's just like the bits on the side left, and so you put it up on your face and you just go all up in that shit to try to get every last bit of chocolate pudding because it's the last one. That's what she's asking for here. And the implication that she's gonna just, you know, jack him off till he nuts and it breaks a ceiling lamp or something, okay? This is like explicit, okay? That's what's happening here. This is fucking explicit. Why PP get hard? Okay, chat, stop. All right. Everything I'm doing here is for comedic effect, by the way. You can't put any weird champs on me, okay? This is all for comedic effect. You are all laughing really hard right now. This is comedic effect, all right? Let's look at the sleepover screenshots. So that was them, you know, horny posting at each other. Let's look at the reference to them having sleepovers. By the way, Pokey claimed no relationship happened. Pokey, I tried to wait for you, but I have an interview at 11 a.m., so I gotta go to sleep soon. Sad emojis. We watch another time rip. We watch another time rip hummus. No idea what that means. Want to watch one right now? RQ? Really quiet? Really quick. Sorry, I promised Lily I'd play a little Fortnite. It's okay. I don't want to interrupt. Sad face. FML, fuck you, Temmie. Temmie's a little white Pomeranian that lives with them. Sorry she woke you. I just woke up. I'm too hot. Gonna sleep in my room. Was gonna ask if I could come but is okay. Good night. Sorry. Night. You can come with next time. Okay. So this is like clearly like, hey, you can come sleep with me in my bed next time. All right. Like this is. Oh, hummus is a character in some anime bullshit? Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, no, okay, so this is like, let's fucking cuddle next time, okay? Come to my bed and cuddle me next time. That is what is being offered here. That is what is being discussed. And then here are screenshots posted here. It's just easier to click the Imgur links. In March 2018, we had an honest discussion about the direction we were heading, and she brought up some notable problems. A, that we live together, and that could be a problem if things don't work out. B, we are board members / own equity of the company we work for, OfflineTV. This could be a conflict of interest and could get nasty if things didn't work out between us. It was perfectly legal, but it's more of something that could be a future problem. The conclusion we came to was to slow down and not spend as much time together because things were escalating really fast, and if we're going to say, fuck it, let's just date, we needed to be sure. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, but agreed that we definitely spend too much time together, and it's a little dangerous, especially for something that could cause major future issues. Well, things changed for maybe a couple days, but we started talking again, except things were slightly toned down. April to May of 2018, pretty much the same as March, except she was traveling a lot. We texted and FaceTimed a lot. She would send me messages like, I miss you, and refer to me as Honey Bun with a little heart, or randomly call me cute, and we would still have sleepovers, like we're obviously acting coupley here. And whenever we're apart, we FaceTime. I super felt like we were disregarding the conversations we had in March and kind of just going with the flow. Obviously, I'm excited about this because by this time, I liked her enough that I wanted to try and be serious / exclusive. It's going to become really clear as we go on that it is like really evident that Fed is super duper into Pokey, okay? He is invested in Pokey. Like he's in it for the win. Ew? Why are you ewing this? What? We got asexuals in chat, I can tell. Pokey. Thanks for always taking care of me, by the way. Happy face. Yeah, apparently he was going to IRL and chill at McDonald's overnight, then get on his flight. He's too troll, and I always will. What time is your flight? In 25 minutes? Sorry if I'm ever excuse me, holy shit. Sorry if I'm ever super extra. Just really love making you feel good and happy. I don't know what this is supposed to be. We'll say that's a face right there. Why do you like that? I just do. You're often stressing about things, and even if you aren't, I love helping in any way I can because it puts less weight on you. It just feels right. Sorry, the cringe. Oh. Sorry. This is just taking me back to the high school days. Oh, geez. Whew. Whew. Pokey sends a few hearts. Thanks, Fed. I'm lucky to have you in my life. Hope I can help you as well. We're taking off. Talk to you later. And then like a little happy face. Have a nice flight, okay? Happy face, happy face. Don't sleep on some random's shoulder. Mad face, randoms. Drink water. Praying emoji. And laughing, sweating emoji. Fed. Yes. Fed. Yes. You cute. No you. That's what that image is, by the way. That emoticon is the face. These are grown-ass adults talking like this. I'm not ready to see that cringe. Guys, hot take. I'm not like this. I think I'm getting COVID. I'm not like this when it comes to like texting my girlfriend or any significant other in the last few years. I was like this around the time of 18 and younger. I was definitely like this, but like Pokimane was 22 and Fed was like 23 at the time. So like pretty damn young. Pretty damn young, if we're being honest, you know? So it's understandable that they're so cringy in messages. There's nothing wrong with this, okay? How much would you cringe if all of your private DMs with your significant others over the years were leaked right now in chat? How cringy do you think that shit would be? Yeah. No shit. Yeah. Thought so. Fed sends a heart. Pokey sends a heart. She says respond. Clearly wants attention. He says, I'm here, heart. We made it. Hope your flight is going well. Miss you, heart crying. Phone died, lol, on my laptop. Aw, honey bun, heart. I miss you too, Freddy. I'll be back soon. Don't worry, smiley face. Do you have your passport? Yeah. Do you miss me already? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. Then some heart emojis and a little this emoji. Honey wants to sleep over. That cool with you? I guess honey is like referring to a person that was going to stay at the house. Sorry, but not tonight. Tomorrow's a big day. As much as I want to sleep over with both honeys. And then like a smiling thing. Wah, and then a heart. Oh, God, so oh, fuck. Whew. Honey's the dog. Oh, yeah, Honey's the dog. Okay, yeah. So, like, she says, as much as I want to sleep over with both honeys, she's calling them both honey. Like, the dog is honey. Like, the dog they're referring to as honey. And then Fed, she's referring to Fed as honey as well. So, like, clearly, this is more than just close friends. Here's a repeat of the screenshots. So EDC 2018, it's a large music festival in May. Came around and I was roommates with Josh. This isn't his name, but for anonymity, we'll call him Josh, at our Airbnb. Of course, it was pretty obvious to him I was texting Pokey a lot, as well as FaceTiming her. He hadn't said a single thing about it yet, and it certainly already looked like something might have been going on to him. At some point, he asked me about us, and I said, there's something going on, yeah? Because at this point, nothing was like Facebook official, but there was something going on. And he didn't believe it, I think. So I asked our manager. Me, Pokey, Josh, all shared the same manager at the time, and she was well aware of how close me and Pokey were. I asked her, you know about me and Pokey, right? And she confirmed it. She was also at the EDC house with us, so in my mind, I felt like I was being honest, but it was one of my first major mistakes. So here's some messages between Fed and the manager. Good morning, best pick ever. Oh yeah, here's the manager. Here, I believe this is Pokey talking to the man, or is this Fed talking to the manager? I think this is Fed talking to the manager, and the manager being like, oh, no. This is Pokey and the manager talking, because Pokey, your eyes. Yeah, no. This is the manager talking to Pokey about how clearly into Fed Pokey is. That's what this is here. So there were other people around in their friend group that were like pretty damn familiar with what was going on here. They were aware. They were fucking aware. Pokey is a very private person, especially with relationship stuff, and I definitely crossed the line here. My answer was ambiguous enough that it was implied that we were dating to a degree. I never thought, is there a correct way to answer this while respecting her privacy? Nope. I got really excited and blew it. Just so we're on the same page, this wasn't an attempt to cockblock anyone. I thought I was being honest, but it was wrong. In my eyes, this was all I did wrong. Break her trust. It was never a manipulation tactic like she claims or anything like that. I was excited about it, overshared, and broke her trust. Yes, in Pokey's accusation video, she claims that Fed was a manipulator who would manipulate her friends and whatnot into thinking they were in a relationship in order to keep her from, like, getting with other dudes and stuff like that. Which is clearly a misrepresentation of what's happening here. We FaceTimed in the morning and the next day, and I inadvertently called her babe. While I might have been around in the Airbnb, she called me out on using language like that in front of people, saying that she'd be worried about seeming too coupley in front of other people we were before we actually were, and that we're a part of a delicate and gossip-ridden scene. She would say things like, I feel like I need to understand the boy scene a little bit before being ready to commit, and that we should date around. For me then, this came out of left field, and I felt pretty stupid. I was hurt by it the first time, the first time around because I wasn't even remotely interested in anyone else, and I was investing so much time and energy into her in general. I was trying to be understanding, but it brought up a lot of insecurities and notions of not being good enough. For both of us, emotions always made things so complicated. I wish I was better at navigating them earlier. After taking time to understand her concerns, I came around to her unease. She wanted to be sure our feelings were legit and not just there because we were accessible to each other. So here, at this point, things look bad for Pokey in the sense that she omitted all of this. Fucking all of this. From her accusations. And this is extremely relevant. I'm sorry, but Pokey fucked up at this point. Already, Pokey is in a bad position by lying about the contents of her relationship with Fed. That is really bad. That right there, already fucking yikes. So here's a reference to the inadvertently, accidentally calling her babe in public in front of people. Wait, did the stream die? Stream's still up, right? Oh, someone was banned. Okay, God, I fucking hate that. So Fed posted a video, I guess like a funny little GIF, and it said Hannah playing VR horror game right now. So I assume it was a funny video of them getting like, scared of the horror game. Lamau, she seems drunk. Haha, she said she was terrified heading home. Okie dokie, I don't even want to talk to you. I'm FOMOing so hard. What does FOMOing mean? I feel like I've heard that term before. What does FOMOing mean? Oh, Urban Dictionary. Compulsively checking social media based on FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yep. Fear of missing out. Basically, like she was checking social media. Like, oh shit, I feel like I'm left out of everything. Okay. Honestly, I'd give up a lot to be back there with you right now. That's just me though. This is so cool, but not anything crazy. Heart. Folky Joe squads right now without Fed. Sad face. Anyways, don't say that. You know you want to be there and you'll have fun. So Folky, obviously the combination of Fed and Pokey. And Jost is a combination of someone, I assume, whose name starts with J and Disguised Toast. So like a four-person squads in Fortnite is what they're referencing here. It was 2018. Okay, Fortnite was way more popular back then. Peak of Fortnite's popularity. Sad face, I wish I could join. Yeah, I want to be there, but I'm just being honest when I say if I had to choose between going to EDC, some fucking event, versus cuddling with you, easiest decision of my life. Watching part 1. Waiting. Hey, I'm ready. Smiley face. Yay. Yay, you won. And then smiley faces. I wonder if I can call you and watch at the same time. So this is like referencing, like he's watching the stream. He's watching Pokey and everyone else playing the game on stream. I think so. Just get on Wi-Fi. Fed, quick question. Quick question. You know, like typing out the little stutter there. Yes, what's up? Are you calling me baby in front of others? No. I'm surprised you're calling me baby at all. Sorry if it bothers you. That's my fave pet name, and it is boyfriend restricted. It's cute, but just feels right. I'm sorry if we be acting too gay. I worry if we be acting too gay. Lamau, you're cute. Here is where we're going to stop for a moment. Chud Logic, I'm covering this because it's very relevant drama, and also I want to give a progressive perspective on this drama because it's Me Too related. We're going to do a bit of a recap before we continue. Up to this point, Pokey has definitely lied by omission in her accusations against Fed, saying nothing even approximating a relationship or anything romantic happened between them. They were nothing more than close friends. And now here, Fed just got crushed, okay? Now, she basically goes like back on it immediately, saying, oh, I don't know if we should be like, you know, doing this kind of stuff, but Lamau, you're cute. At this point, things get worse, okay? things from for Pokey just get worse, okay? Pokey gets worse and worse progressively as we read through this and we see more screenshots. Listen, chat, I'm going to put a bit of a trigger warning here, unironically, okay? This is about to be an unironic trigger warning because what we're about to witness, like, actually can have serious, legitimate mental health effects, like, really negative effects on people's mental health. And this is unironic, by the way. This is not like an ironic, ooh, trigger. This is like an actual disclaimer trigger warning, okay? I'm going to go into a bit of detail here. I've talked about it on stream a few times before. I don't know how well you can see it, but you'll notice I have a scar here on my wrist. It's pretty gnarly. You can see the dots from the stitches I got. This happened when I was 18. There was a girl, I will not name her, who I had very strong feelings for. She had been my best friend for the best part of about 5 years. And I ended up admitting that I had feelings for her. And we dated for a while. And then she broke up with me on my birthday of all times. And then started dating other dudes, but then would like come back to me and lead me on a bit and would like sext me and send me nudes and shit like that and then dump me kind of again. But then still, and while she would have a boyfriend, she would flirt and stuff like that. And it was back and forth, giving me just enough string, you know, like sexting, calling me baby, saying she'll like get with me after this. And this went on for a year and a half. And it got to the point where I was so emotionally distraught over this that I took a fillet knife and I tried to legitimately cut my hand off. I attempted to kill myself, and I ended up getting Baker acted for 3 days. And after that, what really helped me get over all that was getting drunk one night on Christmas Eve of all times. And I had the house to myself, and I basically like got really drunk and basically like ranted at myself in the mirror and just got over it, okay? And I woke up the next morning with a hangover, and I never thought about messaging her again. You know, I had no feelings for her anymore. It's actually a really crazy story. Maybe I'll tell the whole thing on stream one day, but that's pretty, like, I don't need to go into detail on this. All I need to say is that if you've ever been led on in chat right now, you know the, like, horrible mental strain that puts on you, especially when you care about someone a lot, because you're getting such intense mixed signals. You're getting signals like they aren't into you and they're looking for other people, but then you get this like little bit of line like, oh, I'm still interested in you. And it's extremely manipulative and extremely cruel to do that to somebody. And that's what Pokey did to Fed, and it's really bad. So that's why I'm adding a trigger warning here, like a disclaimer here. So if you've had that same experience and you feel like you've had something similar to me, and you feel like it might give you a fucking PTSD flashback or some shit, you may want to leave. If not, prepare for a man to get absolutely slaughtered over the course of like 6 months through text. Sorry, I'll stop. It's okay. You're only allowed like 2 a week, like an allowance. Ha ha ha. I'm going to go into a fat debt. I'm lucky to have you, someone who accepts me as a whole, all of you, every little bit. Then little star thing. I'm going to try and stay up till 4. IDK how possible this will be. I'm already so tired, sad face. Why? EDC is 9 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monk ass. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be asleep really soon. So at this point, she's already like said, no, we aren't in a relationship, and is now flirting again. These are flirty texts, okay? These are flirty texts. Yeah, this is like a kissy emote, I think. This is like supposed to be kissy, I think. Okay, here's where it gets really, really manipulative, guys. Here's where it gets really fucked up. This is the part where I started to realize what Pokey's game was, because in my situation with being strung along, in order to sort of get attention and a rise out of me, the girl would essentially ask for dating advice with dudes from me. And I would say, like, no. I would be like, I'm not, like, listen, Like, I care about you, but I'm not going to give you advice on fucking dating other dudes. Like, it's not happening. But here you go. Let's watch. I'm here. Why is romance so complicated? Sigh. Boys suck. What's so complicated? Everything. If you'd like me to give you space, I can do that. To give you. Correction. Lol, you're fine. Only thing I worry about with you is seeming too coupley in front of others before we actually are. It's a delicate and gossip-ridden scene, you feel me? Yeah, outside the house, I always try to be discreet and private. But even to our friends, it's even more confusing to them. I don't know how to manage that or how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to handle all of that. Depends on how private you want to be. You tired? I don't know how much you want to talk about this stuff. Oh, sorry, hun. Didn't see. I'm calling him hun. This is a little weird. But yeah, I want to be very private until we make the jump, then I don't give a fuck. But I feel like that's not decided, so things get awkward at times. So we're not in a relationship, to maybe we'll be like flirting again, calling him hun, then clear indication she plans to be in a relationship. She's putting him in a double bind here. She wants to have the fun of a relationship at his expense, Sanderhall. I've been there before. Me too. He can't date her because she'll say no, but she's already got him waiting on how close she gets every once in a while. Yeah, it's like a cat with a toy, right? It's like a cat with the cat toys that are like a stick with a rope or a string and then a little feather and a bell at the end, where you kind of like yank it back when the cat finally gets it, but then you leave it and you let the cat run for it, and then you yank it back. That's what's happening to Fed right now. That is what is being done to him here. This is a man being tortured here. You want to know what hell is? Hell is this. When you die and you go to hell, this is what it is. It's just this for eternity. Okay? It's worse than the fucking Maw from the Shadowlands and WoW, okay? Yeah, I know what you mean. Gonna be honest, and maybe I don't see the whole picture. The whole Will situation makes me monk-ass hard. Go on. So there's a guy named Will that is now involved that apparently Pokey has been flirting with. So she's going back and forth between this Will dude and Fed. Gonna be where is it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Gotta be honest. This whole picture, this whole Will situation go on. I do feel like I need to understand the boys scene a little bit more before getting ready to commit. Maybe date around or something. IDK, chillin' for now. I do think you are wonderful, though, but you know how I feel about it all. You still want to date around, just so I understand correctly. I feel like I should. Damn, all right. Don't you think you should too? As much as I enjoy being with you, and as comforting as it is, it seems a little rush after our past. Maybe you've gotten to date around more than me, with Shelby and whoever else, but for me, IDK. And again, taking that step with you is a big, big deal, with work and living situation. It's really hard for me. Figure out what the right move is, but IDK, we can sit on it some more. I'm too weak for this convo right now. Got the week to figure it out, lol. Weak? I don't know. I care about you a lot, so yeah, this hurts to hear. I'm not interested in anyone else. I feel at home with you. So now we're back to not in a relationship, and now she wants to, go, do stuff with other dudes. And in a way is asking him for permission, even though his permission would need nothing. In a weird sort of manipulative way. Then Pokey responds, this is a little bit later, after they've been talking about their feelings. I feel that way with you too, but I want to make sure it's an honest feeling and not a feeling of habit, if that makes sense, heart. Either way, don't worry about it. We'll talk more tomorrow. Don't need to figure anything out immediately. I really got to sleep though. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Really, don't worry, heart. So we're back to maybe not explicitly, we're in a relationship, but certainly flirty. Definitely pretty fucking flirty. You going sleepy? Night-night. Good night. Some of my subs said, okay. All right, this is a little bit after that previous screenshot. This is where it gets to oh shit. This is this is where the oh shit stuff really, really starts to pick up, okay? At this point, this is where we're at with Pokey and Fed at this point, all right? Pokey has told Fed she's not interested in a relationship. And they are not exclusive in any way in regards to their flirtatiousness. Wait till you get a load out of this one, boys. Some of my subs said they were banned in your chat just for knowing Fist Me. Just some streamer. His name is Counter Magic. I don't know about the rest. Just an FYI. KK. At this point, it appears that Fed has sort of stepped back from Pokey. It's been a few days. He's trying to, like, settle down, like, simmer down on some of the feelings he has for her and just try to, like, not seem as into her, whether it be just to get more emotion out of her and maybe have her, like, pursue him a bit more, or just because he's trying to, like, respect her wishes, right? Or what he believes her wishes are. Happy 100k subs on YouTube, heart, heart, heart. Is everything okay? You never text me like that, sad faces. You see my tweet? Lol, everything is fine. Just immediately went to talk to Sarah about it. And thank you. You inspire me every day. No, I was going to thank you earlier, but you were home. Shut up, Fed. You're too nice. I'm honest. Thank you. No problem. Let me know if you need anything. Fed! Why are you lying about calling me? I tried to call you earlier. Use the warm pads and drink water. Take care of yourself. Yeah, I am. Will's going to come over to watch. I assume she's on her period or something. That sounds like some, like, warm pads and drinking water. That's for girls in their period. I'm just going to add that bit of context there. Will's going to come over to watch shows, too. Will's the guy that, like, you know, she's kind of flirting with at the time, like, interested in. That she's, like, stringing along Fed for, I guess. Legit right as I needed anyone. Everyone was streaming, lol. Was a little unlucky, but I'll be okay. Thank you for always caring. Have fun, always will. You awake? Yas. Are you even home? No, just miss ya. Lol, aw, what you doing? And then we go on. Good night. Nice. I'm still embarrassed, by the way. Decided I'll never close my door ever again, if you know what I mean. Okay, and this is like a repeat of an old one. Is this okay? Here's the sexting one. Yeah. So this is so this I should mention, by the way. I should mention this was leaked before it was meant to come out. I believe there are some typos in it, and the Imgur links with all the screenshots aren't as organized as they could be. So considering that this was leaked, it's pretty clear that, like, some of the organization here isn't perfect. So, like, just bear that in mind. It doesn't really change anything, but it just kind of makes it a little bit harder to like read through perfectly, you know. And here's a repost of the screenshots, just for people who don't have Imgur. By now, you can tell there's a cycle of talking again, and then, oh wait, there's a problem. This cycle continued throughout the years, and every time it didn't work, I think I lost a part of myself. More and more, I started to realize maybe I'm not good enough. The things the cycle did to me were fucked. I became more and more frustrated. I started to become jealous, insecure at times. I would act out sometimes, lock myself in my room all day, and stream Pokemon for the entire day to try and avoid her. I would go over to Just Friends, which was Just Friends is like a streamer house similar to OfflineTV, and they were a group of people that were friends with those on in OfflineTV, and vent about my frustrations. In the video Pokimane makes, she claims that Fed went over to the Just Friends house and talked to her friends there and would quote, like, relentlessly shit talk her to them and try to manipulate them and turn them against her, which is interesting because it seems like what's happening here is what he would be talking about are very valid things to vent about. He's being emotionally manipulated here. Is that too strong of language, guys? Is that too strong of language? That he is being emotionally manipulated? I feel like there is no doubt in the world that emotional manipulation is what's happening here. Yeah, okay. Everyone seems to agree. Good. All right. You know how it is. No free speech in my lefty chat. Good. All right. This is very important, okay? Guys, I know my words aren't going to do that much for you, but this is like for your own mental health, okay? All the things that we've seen so far have been red flags in regards to being strung along and emotionally manipulated. I don't care how much you care about a person and how perfect they are. When these red flags start to pop up, and it starts to get to the point where there's just no way that it is coincidence, you have to get the fuck out of there. You got to get the fuck out of there, okay? Just end it, all right? I promise you, the pain of cutting off from somebody you care about is going to be much less severe than the pain that you're going to experience from going through with it and being led on and emotionally manipulated for fucking months or even longer. It could be definitely longer. Okay, the longer you're stuck in that cycle, I can relate with Fed here. The longer you're stuck in that cycle, every way around, we're together, oh no we're not, oh we're together again thing, that just makes it worse and worse for you when it inevitably fucking ends. And there's two ways that it ends. It was literally years in Fed's case, by the way. In the case of Fed here, years this was going on. However, there are two ways that an emotional manipulation, I should say three. There are three ways that emotional manipulation like this works, okay? One, the other person cuts it off entirely, just cuts you off cold turkey, no more emotional manipulation, no more around and around the cycle you go, and it hurts really fucking bad because you've gone through it a billion times, and it just gets worse every time. You'd think you get desensitized to it eventually, you don't. Two, you cut it off once you realize that it's never going to happen, and it fucking hurts because of how many times you've been through the ringer with this, and it's going to hurt really bad. Three, you never stop. Your mental health declines progressively till you get to a point where you have serious mental health issues and maybe, in extreme cases, maybe you attempt suicide. Or there's the fourth door, which is as soon as you see those red flags coming up, beyond a reasonable doubt, you cut it all the fuck off before you're too emotionally invested. The longer you stay in for it, the more emotionally invested you get, the worse it's going to be when it inevitably falls apart. Do you have a scar from it? Do I have a scar from it? Yep. Take the fourth door, chat. Take the fourth door. To be fair, it's a pretty cool looking scar though, am I right? I used to hide it because I was really ashamed of it, but I don't really do it anymore. So it is let's be honest here. It's a pretty gnarly scar, okay? It's pretty cool looking, okay? I'd rather it was somewhere else, a bit cooler or something, you know, maybe my face, you know, like down the side of my face, that would be a lot cooler or something, like across my eye, or something like that. Way cooler. But I will say it's a pretty good scar. I used a really sharp fillet knife, so it went deep, and it's pretty cool. It's got like the stitch marks and everything. It's pretty neat. So yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Punish Sanderhall. Since we're on that subject, in her stream... Oh, yeah, here we go. Since we're on that subject, in her stream, she mentioned I would try to manipulate just friends to hate her / not be her friend. That's unfoundedly slanderous. Excuse me. My intention was always that I wanted a friend to talk to. Lily was probably sick of hearing the same story between us every 3 months. Thanks for always listening to me anyway, Lily. I want nothing more than for everyone to be friends with Pokey. So let me give a little context here, since that was never provided. Pokey always goes to bed at midnight, every night without fail. If she doesn't, something is really wrong. And if she stays up longer, she gets crazy, in a funny way. She takes the AM streaming slot, as most of you know, so that requires good sleep, obviously. Of course, after my stream, I would always seek quality time with her, and that would generally involve dinner and a show. Some nights we would eat downstairs, and other nights on her bed. So if I stopped the stream at 10 p.m., I'd hang out with her till midnight. Then I would fuck off and hang out with the rest of the house, or in a lot of cases, just go to just friends. I would primarily vent to one of the girls about everything. She'd always give me a good female's perspective and made me feel like it was going to be okay. It was in some sense therapeutic. I would rarely talk to other girls about my issues with Pokey, but I sometimes did. It's just nuts to hear now that I was being manipulative, and we're going to see a clip from Pokey here, and trying to make the girls hate her or leave her out intentionally. That's complete bullshit. I just want someone to talk to that could guide me through those emotions. It's also difficult to now hear some of the girls say that they look to me as a member of OTV and not just as a friend, like I looked at them. So basically, some of the people involved were saying that they never saw Fed as a friend, just as a business partner. And that's it. Just as a business partner. So that's kind of mean. Oh yeah, this is incel fuel, by the way. Xanderhall will likely need a Femoids appreciation segment after this because this type of shit that births incels by the masses, you can get. Bet the Quartering is going to make videos about this for at least 3 weeks. Oh yeah, guys, we're talking about that at the end, okay? This is pure incel fuel, okay? Every woman-hating gamer bro is latching onto this and fucking loves it. However, that doesn't mean what Pokey did was not terrible and shouldn't be talked about, okay? But it needs to be talked about responsibly. And not just as a friend, like I looked at them, or not just like as a friend, like I looked at them. I understand that although my intentions were innocent, the unintentional side effect is that the Just Friends people might have seen her differently. I am deeply sorry, and I wish I was more aware of those repercussions. I do, however, think intentions matter when you're characterizing someone as a manipulator in front of thousands of people. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Pokey clip. Here is the Pokey clip.
And the person that I would... And the person...
Okay, this is very quiet. We're volume boosting it.
And the person that I would share how badly I wanted these friendships with was the same person that was actually isolating me and sabotaging these friendships for me. I don't even really know if that was his intention or not. I'd like to think it was more of an inconsiderate or careless thing, but ultimately, he drove everyone around me away from me. And I started freaking crying at the intervention and after, just out of like mourning the years of friendship that I lost with these people because of him.
So, no doubt what happened was Fed went and talked to the people and vented about his situation to the people at Just Friends or whatever it's called, and talked about his situation, and everyone was like, oh shit, Pokey is like emotionally manipulating you. Do you think she's aware of her manipulation? Yes. Ego death. Absolutely. She lied about Fed and hers relationship. There is nothing, like, she did not need to lie about this, by the way. There was literally no reason to lie about this at all. It changes nothing. Fed still behaved inappropriately with Iman and Lily. And that was what that video was supposed to be. Her going on there to back them up. And then she went off literally, and there's more that she lied about too. We're going to get in that soon, okay? And there's evidence. There's screenshot evidence of it all. And it gets, like, really petty. The shit that Pokey lied about. It gets bad. It gets bad. You think this is bad so far? It gets fucking worse. It gets worse. Just wait. If she really was afraid of being alienated, she would have taken the time out of her day to be their friend. She didn't stream every day. She could have gone over there just to hang, like I did so many times on my off days. None of the things I would ever say to Just Friends would ever imply that they shouldn't be friends with her. It was only ever typically relationship issues and how do I get over her type conversations. It's crazy to me that things are being said otherwise. So here's an issue. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you have friends that have never met your partner and you just rant and vent about your partner and how awful they are all day or your problems with them, they're probably not going to like your partner. No shit, okay? Obvious, okay? However, that's usually not the case when that partner is friends with the people that you're venting to, okay? Unless the things that you're venting about are really bad, right? So I'm kind of getting the vibe here that Pokey is overstating how close of friends. Is this corroborated with evidence? Skunksy? I assume you just arrived. Yes. Yeah, it must be like really bad, like really disgusting behavior. Or Pokey is overstating how close she was with these people. There wasn't a looming dark cloud of malice towards her in that house. The truth is, Pokey would generally only come over if there was something she could tangibly benefit from in some way, e.g. large streaming events, midnight birthday streams, etc. It's the same reason you never saw her come into people's streams on OfflineTV, and when she wasn't streaming, she was always grinding/practicing whatever game she wanted to get better at for her stream. I don't want to go into this too deep because I'm not here to attack her character, but it's just the way things are. She had her priorities, we had ours. I'm sure she's gotten better at it now. Midnight hangout sesh at Just Friends, lol why? She applied this kind of philosophy to so many things in her life. It surely disappointed me. Because I and people in the house wanted her more in our lives. I get it. She was driven by her business and stream. It's just wild that I am the scapegoat now for her not wanting to make sacrifices to go over to Just Friends. I don't feel that is at all fair. Guys, hypers if you are or were a frequent viewer of Destiny. Any hyper? Yeah, okay. Who knows the Pokimane is a, quote, ruthless businesswoman thing. Yeah, I know the Pepe face with the Joe Biden hat and YouTube chat's a Destiny fan. Okay, I know, all right? You know, you didn't even have to say it. You could have just typed something in chat and I've been like, yep, that's a Destiny fan. Yeah, so that is unironically true. That is absolutely unironically true. Okay? Pokimane, I always took it as like a meme for a while, but like Pokimane absolutely is fucking cutthroat. I knew she was smart with managing her image and her business, with how she markets herself. One thing that you guys may not know about Pokimane, it turns out that she is very, very careful never to make it public if she has a boyfriend, because a lot of her marketability is seeming like this quirky single girl that sits in her room. She's really pretty and she plays video games, right? And there's nothing wrong with that being your aesthetic, but in a case like this, when it comes to being in an actual relationship with somebody, her cutthroat business ventures basically led to her manipulating this guy, leading him on, and most certainly destroying his mental health. So yeah, as Destiny's chat was saying when he was covering this, you guys all have to spam Ruthless Grug W whenever Pokimane does something absolutely brutal to Fed here. Just absolutely brutal. It seems like Pokey is the kind of person who will not engage with somebody and or like be friends with them unless there's something for her to gain from it. If there's nothing for her to gain from it financially, socially, or what have you for her stream or her business, then she's not going to go out of her way to engage in that, which is fine, but holy fuck does she take it way too far in this case. She seems to be a very cold-hearted business person, you know? Xander Hall, to be fair, this is a similar dynamic that Pokey and her genre has with her subs. Hot Twitch girls make a lot of money off sad, lonely guys. Well, that's kind of an incel-y take, and I think it's kind of true, but I see so many incel types and like reactionary gamer bros take that to the extreme where it's like okay, the real take is probably a significant amount of Pokey's audience are like dudes who are attracted to her and think she's cute, but also think she's entertaining. And so they watch her and they sub and they donate to her. And that's a lot of her appeal. And maybe her having a boyfriend takes away a lot from that appeal. All right. But people will take this to the fucking extreme and say she's got this army of simps that are tier 3 subs and are emptying their bank accounts for her and can't even afford food or some shit. Like, people take it way too fucking far with that shit, okay? Like, chill, all right? There's a bit more nuance than that. All right. I found out pretty early on in my friendship with Pokey that she wasn't down to do last minute or after midnight type things. Generally, I wouldn't invite her over because she was already in bed. Early on, I had invited her a few times, and she would say things like, no, but have fun, or too last minute for me, no thank you, though. So after a while, I just stopped asking. I was in the dark about her feeling left out until one time she called me out after a few of us went to a date night movie. She and another guy were shut in her room, and I didn't invite them. One, I didn't want to interrupt, and two, I still felt conflicted about her. I thought if I invited them, it would have been awkward for both of us. She got pretty pissed I didn't invite her. Meanwhile, I wasn't at all feeling responsible. I was just trying to get over her, and sometimes meant distancing myself from her. So this is what she was referencing when she said in her video that he would like pretend she didn't exist for a while, you know? And this is what he was doing. He was trying to like distance himself to try to get over her and improve his mental health. And she twisted that in her video as being like him emotionally manipulating her by pretending she doesn't exist. Let's rewind a little bit to another instance where I fucked up. July 2018. You remember the Josh story? Yep, I do it again. I'm not sure if his name is ever mentioned in the stream Pokey made or if he himself made comments on it, but for now we'll call this next guy Steve. Pepe. Anyways, after the texting in May, when I was at EDC, we slowed down for a short time, but things would eventually start right back up again. By July, we're back in our on stage, and things were going well. And then I noticed she started playing games with Steve a lot. During this Steve era, I definitely noticed she didn't seem as interested in me, but always kept giving me enough attention to still have her in my mind. I felt like a starved guinea pig, and my cage was my unconditional feelings for Pokey, and she would feed me scraps, just enough to keep me alive. Not stringing along. Sorry for the image, but that's how it truly felt. At this point, she was never honest with me about how she was really feeling about us. Anyway, Steve ended up coming to the house party in July, and we chatted, played some beer pong, and got to know each other a little. We dominated the beer pong tables. I knew she played games on stream with him a lot, but she never once told me she was interested in getting to know him more. This was never an attempt to keep him from her. We were literally stuck playing beer pong for half the night because we kept winning. You're gonna get tired of winning? Of course, I think I knew he was eventually gonna ask me the question, and lo and behold, he did. So, is Pokey seeing anyone right now? Ah, fuck. You would think I had learned by the first time, huh? Nope. I said, there's sort of something going on between us. And then I followed up with, but do your thing, implying that he should still go for it. I know for a fact I said this because I almost instantaneously felt bad for saying the first part. If it's not obvious already, I do say a lot of dumb things without thinking first. In Pokey's stream, she claims that I told Steve to not tell anyone I said that or to talk about it at all. That is 100% false. I know what I said. Anyways, he brought my conflicted message up to her. She was furious that I made it seem like we were a thing. Again, I felt like I was being honest. Things were super complicated between us, but I broke her trust and spoke for her. So I apologized. He obviously did his thing and still messaged her about it all, so good for him. I can't justify saying what I said. My emotions were all out of whack, and I said a dumb thing. So we're going to go ahead and watch the... We're going to go ahead and watch the clip. Reading this is making my eyes fucking water, dude. Holy shit. Oh, I got little bits of like, you know like how you get little bits of like rocks of eye goo in your eyes when you've been up for like a long time and it starts to burn? I'm in that stage of being tired. I didn't sleep all night. Yeah, so what's happening here is unironically, Fed is being overly generous to Pokey. Unironically. That's what's happening here. Yeah, I wish I could I wish there was a bigger font. I feel like Fed does have Stockholm syndrome here. He is unironically being way over overly generous to Pokey. Zoom. There we go. way overly generous to Pokey here. Pokey has been outright manipulating him so far, and he's being way too generous towards her here, I think. All right, here we got another Pokey clip of her talking about this house party they threw at OfflineTV. All right, let's hope the thing's on.
Me busy, like you and Fed were, yeah, me.
All right, here.
Me busy, like you and Fed were, you know, two peas in a pod all night. And he goes, oh yeah, like what's going on with you guys? And I was like, what do you mean what's going on? And the guy informed me that Fed told him that we were together when we weren't, and that he told the guy not to tell anyone, not to talk to anyone about it, not to talk to me about it. And that was the first time that Fed just like massively broke my trust, and I could never trust him or look at him the same way. And I'm very grateful that the guy in question told me this, even though Fed told him not to. And then I retroactively asked someone else from kind of the past whether Fed had said something similar to him.
So here's the thing. When it comes to what happened at this party, there are obviously no screenshots involve personalized ads. Yep. Hey, listen, enlarged dick means enlarged prostate. What can I say? I got a chonker down there. Anyway, so we don't have any evidence or screenshots or anything involving... Did stream get yoinked? Stream dead? Please tell me stream's going to come back. It should come back. Yeah, okay. We'll hope stream comes back, okay? Stream should come back. It should, all right? Okay, we're back. Cool. So, with that said, we have no evidence whatsoever of what actually happened at this party. However, Pokey's credibility is now non-existent. Pokey's credibility is gone. Pokey lied. Outright lied. Even in this clip specifically, in regards to this party, about Fed and Pokey's relationship. So, I think it's safe to say we can probably take Fed's accounts for what happened at this party involving this dude at his word for the most part here. Because we know Pokey's a liar, but Fed owned up to the bad shit that he did, and the shit that he's called out so far has all been substantiated with screenshots. So that tells me we can probably believe what happened at this party. It lines up, too. Fed's side of things lines up with the evidence that we've seen. Pokey's does not. So that's what we're going to go off of, you know? That's how we're going to do it. Apparently Azan is gone from YouTube. We'll look into that in a bit, okay? Azan? She called me out on it, and I apologized. To her, this put my character into question. Then, and she went around asking others if I had said something similar. So that's how she found out about Josh. But that was it. I never said that to any other guy or person. In her stream, she claims that I had told another guy. I know who she is referring to because she texted me the day she did this stream and that she reached out to him. I've only spoken to John, we'll just call him that, once ever, and that was in passing at a sponsored Godzilla debut where I went with Pokey. The only thing we ever talked about was his vlog equipment and camera. We never once talked about my relationship with Pokey. He might have deduced that we could have been seeing each other because we came together and sat next to each other in the movie theater, but I never said a thing about us to him. I'm fine with taking responsibility and accountability for the things I've done, but I want to be judged on the truth, not lies. So here's another Pokimane Clipperino. Oh, it's because I fucking hate that. Apparently I have neuropathy and nerve damage. Interesting. I got a lot of health issues apparently. I've got an enlarged prostate and neuropathy and nerve damage. Holy shit.
And they did. And I very recently, just today, found out that he said the same thing to another guy. And the guy I found out about today was someone else that, like, I was seeing or wanting to get to know.
Hey, Denims.
I'm a very, to a fault, I'm a very confrontational person. So I confronted Fed about this. And he admitted he did it. He admitted it was wrong and that he fucked up. And I said, okay, you know? And we tried to move on.
I feel like we can probably take Fed's side on this one, considering Poki's credibility is non-existent at this point. I think we can all agree on that. Why is she checking her phone? She wrote up a script on her phone. Keeping her story straight, you know what I'm saying? Why is she blinking a lot? That's a sign of a lie. I pointed this out when I was talking to Lonnie. She has a really hard time keeping her story straight. That's why she wrote it. I mean, even if she wasn't lying, actually, then it would make sense for her to have things written down on her phone. But one thing you'll notice is that she never, at one point, I watched the video. I rewatched it before going live. At no point does she ever look into the camera while talking about this for more than like 3 to 5 seconds. At no point. She's constantly looking around and blinking a lot and fidgety. Like, just the body language of someone who's lying. Or lying by omission. Yeah, avoiding eye contact is a big sign that somebody's lying. You know, Pokey sus. You might want to boot her out the airlock. Still lying. Well, now I can kind of tie in everything. Some time passed and Steve and Pokey started seeing each other. From what I understood, they were never officially dating, similar to me. But let me give you guys some perspective how their thing affected me. So he would come over a lot, and Pokey and I are neighbors. So A, I hear a lot. B, I wasn't completely over her yet. This man had to hear them fucking. This man was being strung along through all of this and had to hear them fucking in the other room. F's in chat. That right there, that's a fallen comrade right there. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're in a relationship, right, you're allowed to fuck somebody in the other room. Like, you don't owe the courtesy to the dude that's into you, like the courtesy of not having sex with the person that you're with, right? Like, that's fine. But considering the context of everything, how she was leading him on and she knew and was even flirtatious with the dude in the I think I understand why he had problems with drinking. Oh my god, how fucking insane would it be if she was the reason why he had problems with alcoholism problems? Because he was being emotionally abused by Pokimane. Oh, that feels like putting way too much blame there, but holy fuck, that would be oh my god, that would bring it all full circle. That would bring it all, like, way too full circle, dude. That would just be too fucking deep. That would just be too fucking deep for me, okay? Okay. Whew. The emotions I felt, to me, were similar to a bad breakup and seeing someone else with the girl you like. Usually if this happens, you mute them on social media, avoid them, out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. Well, this was happening right next to where I slept and streamed. This had a huge effect on my mental health and streaming mood, and even when I wasn't streaming, all I could feel was anxiety. Sleeping was impossible. I could literally feel my manhood fading away as the days went on. Yeah, when this happens, you like, he was losing like a centimeter of dick size every day. Every time he heard like in the other room, he was like, it was just, his soul was leaving him through his dick, you know? Imagine he's like in his, oh God. Never mind. No, we're not doing it. Never mind. I had a really edgy joke there, but I feel like it's too uncouth. It's too uncouth, the joke I was about to make. Do I say it? Imagine he's like chilling in his room and he's trying to rub one out, and it's the middle of the night and he's at his computer, doors locked and all that, and then he starts hearing, that's the best moan I can do, okay? In the other room, and he's just like, zip. Oh, God. This poor man. Now, remember, he still did a ton of inappropriate shit with Yvonne and Lily. But this is like legit. Yeah, are you winning, Pokey? He walks up to the door and yells through, are you winning, Pokey? Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. I'm getting like PTSD flashbacks. Whew. So, of course, I tried to escape. Where did I go? Yep, just friends. It was a hard pill to swallow, but after a while, I got used to not seeing her as much in my life, and it was someone else. He would come over sometimes, and she'd go to his place sometimes. I started to move on, thank the fuck. Of course, my absence in her life left somewhat of a void because Steve wasn't over at night, and she wasn't at his place all the time either. My guess is my absence gave her a lot of fear of missing out, so I would always show up on Just Friends streams. As I'd always just show up on Just Friends streams. Like I said before, though, if she really wanted to go over to Just Friends and be friends with them, she could have just gone over. We live 10 minutes away. Yeah, no. Imagine getting mad that the dude that you're stringing along and emotionally manipulating is going over to Just Friends to vent while you're like getting pounded in the other room, just across the hall or through the walls, and he can hear it. Imagine getting mad about that. Can you fucking imagine? Holy shit, Pokey. Looking back, I can certainly empathize with her. I could have invited her over more, and when she later brought up to me that she was feeling left out, I made it a point to start inviting her more, although she rarely accepted. So the claim that I was the primary reason she was isolated and that I ruined her chances of a friendship with them is a dramatic stretch. I never tried to paint her as an evil person. Why would I? This is someone I genuinely cared for. That doesn't make any sense. I would only ever voice my frustrations about our relationship, just like everyone else would in my situation. She claimed she wanted to be friends with everyone at Just Friends, but she never made the effort to do so, unless, like I said, it was either super convenient for her or she benefited from it somehow. I hate that I have to say that, but she has left me no option. So here's a claim here. We got some juice here. We got a juicy meme.
And the person that I would share...
Hold on.
And the person that I would share how badly I wanted these friendships with was the same person that was actually isolating me and sabotaging these friendships for me. I don't even really know if that was his intention or not. I'd like to think it was more of an inconsiderate or careless thing, but ultimately, he drove everyone around me away from me. And I started freaking crying at the intervention and after, just out of like mourning the years of friendship that I lost with these people because of him.
Like I said, Pokey's credibility is ruined at this point. She's been proven definitively to be a liar. I completely believe 100% with all my heart that Pokey did not intend to be close friends with these people or anything, and only actually like visited these people if it was for her like monetary or social or business-wise gains. Ruthless, you know? God, this is such incel fuel. This is legit incel fuel, unironically. I just want to mention that this on and off cycle between us continued throughout the years, and when she'd see the possibility of dating or even start talking to someone else, she'd start to push me away. When she'd stop, okay, at this point, this is all the on and off thing between Pokey and Fed has been, these screenshots we've been seeing of the on and off before has been happening through all the stuff we've been reading now. All the like, she's with a dude, then she's not with a dude, then she is, then she's not. This cycle has been happening continuously through all of this, okay? You want to know what Fed was? Fed was Pokey's safety net. Fed was her attention-giving safety net. For whenever things weren't going well with a guy that she really wanted to fuck around with. It was her side bet, yeah. Don't armchair diagnose people with mental disorders? Did I do that? Are you talking to me or someone in chat? What are you talking about? I haven't. There have been no armchair diagnoses here, other than pointing out clear emotional manipulation, how that harms mental health, but yeah. I just want to mention that this on and off cycle between us continued throughout the years, and when she'd see the possibility of dating or even start talking to someone else, she'd start to push me away. Then she'd stop seeing/talking to them, she would start coming around my room and wanting to be close once again. And at this time, it was very hard for me to resist getting close to her. We'd eventually be back on to some degree. The sleepovers would resume, the massages would resume, and the flirting in general would resume. There were times when she would get in my head and act possessive when she saw me interacting, giving attention to another girl. All these things made me and Pokey's relationship very volatile, weird, and strenuous because we live with each other, and it wasn't so simple for me to turn off my feelings when things were off. All right, sleepovers would resume. Okay, so I got a hotel, but I can still stay in yours. Also, I can stay in mine because, you know, if you don't respond, then I'm gonna go to mine. Mine. You sure? I really want to give you the freedom to do what you want, smileys. It's no worries. We have 2 beds at the other room. Yes. Beg for me to stay with you? I joke. KK, I'll come if you're sure. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, say it again. Yes, please stay with me. Yikes. Just chilling if you want to hang out. Sorry to bother. You're fine. I'm so tired. Okay. What you doing? What is chillin'? Lenos, laying in bed. You could sleep over in your bed. Lamau, look at us. Out here living in the same house talking about sleepovers. Haha, yeah. I don't know about your bed, though. Okay, fine. Yours. Ugh. Get out of there, Fed. Pog, don't you think it'd be really coupley if we went to Japan together? Oh no, that's me. Yeah, probably. Or it could just be 2 friends traveling because that's what we are. Smiley face. You're going to try to touch my butt every night, don't lie. 100% chance, yep. No, but for real, we can make it look however we want. Wingman me. Look however we want. So do you want me to wingman you or nah? Nah, I just want to explore, have fun, and eat yummy foods, TBH. You still streaming? Just finished. Come to Taco Madera, next to the Beverly Center. And then here's a post for some OTV, or no, some Fedmyster merch that he did with Pokimane here. This is such a cute pic. Why was it deleted? Because I wanted to save it. I wanted the Flare to delete it because it's a big deal to me. I love this pic so much. Heart, heart, heart. Vieja, come. I'm crying in the club right now. Crying emojis. Why? Estoy pensando en ti. Translate that, please. I don't need to, lol. You're saying you're thinking of me, right? Yes. Then smiley faces. Okay, sorry, I wrote it out, lol. Miss you too, honey bunny. How is it? Also, I still don't understand why the pic was deleted. Why? Estoy pensando en ti. Oh, wait, and this is going down. I delete it because it means a great deal to me. Don't worry. It posted randomly. You mean so much to me. Okay. You mean a lot to me too. I felt like maybe it was something you wanted to hide. I don't know. Not at all. It just means it's a great, it just means it great deal to me. Typo. I feel like sometimes you want to hide me and I don't want to ruin that. I love you so much. I'm not trying to hide you either. I would be happy if you posted it. It was super cute pic. Love you too, Freddie. You know this. Heart. When you come in home, I want to watch the documentary. Lol. This man is being murdered. This is just we're just watching a murder. This is just this is a snuff film. How is this not on Live Leak? How is this allowed on Imgur? Holy shit. Oh my god. This poor fucking dude. Here's the... Okay, this part's gonna make chat really fucking mad. Fed, Jody on stream stream right now talking about you. Makes me wanna... Yeah, just told my stream to stop talking about her. She's drunk but acting way drunker than she usually is and saying shit like, oh my god, you guys, Fed wasn't on my stream today, but you guys are still watching. That means so much to me. Rolling on the floor laughing. I don't know, it sounds so fakey. She's using like this baby voice. Yikes, yikes. Sound like this emoji. IDK, I can't stand people obviously acting more drunk than they are or saying fake pity shit to chat. Makes me gag. Anyway, that's my vent for the day. Love you. Have a good stream, lol. Sorry for your stream for the spam while you're streaming, lols. Lol. Smiley faces. I legit tuned in for not even 3 minutes and she spoke about you twice. I was like, gotta go, bye. So now we're at the, like, you're not allowed to get with other girls thing here. That's what's happening here. This is legit, like, we're on and off, and now I'm going to get super possessive if you're with other girls. That's what's happening here. This is disgusting. I told you it got worse. This is absolutely fucking disgusting. Oh, and it gets even worse, by the way. Not in the relationship category, but with some other stuff that we'll get to soon. This is disgusting behavior. The gray text is Pokey. The gray text is Pokey getting angry about a girl being into Fed. And then here we have the last one, feelings. Here's a picture of Pokey and Fed from like a FaceTime thing. Heart. What's the second one from? One of my streams, a screenshot. Yeah. I mean, did you save the screenshot or something? I thought it was cute. So cute. You know, even through everything, you still make me feel really comfy. Not entirely sure why, but yeah. Just back and forth, back and forth. This is actual incel fuel. It is. She was very aware of my feelings for her, but also aware of my pain and how hurt I'd be when she pushed me aside. She never really acknowledged my pain, but I knew it might have bothered her to see me with other girls, so I always try my best to see them out of the house, something she never considered doing for me. Watching her stream about me now breaks my heart because I had to sit there and watch her lie about the true nature of our relationship to thousands of people when it's obvious to me now she never acknowledged my feelings and cared more about eliciting sympathy from the public while attributing her noble cause as a defense against the backlash Yvonne and Lily were getting. I will say that her speaking up definitely took a lot of heat off of Yvonne and Lily, and I'm glad about that. For them, I'm okay with taking the hate, but only from where it's deserved. So I think this is messages between... I think this might be Fed and Lily Pichu, maybe? Yeah, he's her comfort simp, sadly. I think this is between Fed and Pokey. Is there like a tag at the bottom or something? I don't know. I'm gonna say this is between Fed and Pokey. Fed sends Fed and Lily. Sorry, Fed and Lily. Did you see this one video, the animated one? Oh my god, yeah. Then a link to the Andre Terba video shitting on Pokimane. Dude, I feel so bad. I mean, you reap what you sow. I don't know if I spelled any of that right. She was deaf coming off not so cool. There are a lot of details and context missing, though. No one says that, though. They just latch on to whatever they hear. I don't know. I could say the same about the entire stream she made about me. True, but two wrongs don't make a right. The entire thing is missing the context and nature of our relationship. This is Fed and Lily talking after the accusations, by the way. That's what this is. This is Fed and Pokey, or Fed and Lily talking about Pokey after the accusations that Lily and Yvonne made. Because this has been, like, settled behind the scenes, by the way. Like, I doubt that Fed and Lily and Yvonne are friends, but they're, like, clearly on some level of speaking terms. And this is Lily acknowledging that Pokey lied in the video. Whew. Ropium. Back in 11th grade, I think when my friends was going through this, the girl they liked, the girl had a boyfriend too, and she kept flirting with them. They always kept asking me questions on how it could have, on what it could have meant. Yeah, your friend was getting led on. It's painful. More screenshots, reposts, fine. So this is where it gets like a little bit more. I'm gonna basically summarize the last part here because because it's a lot more, and we're coming up on 2 hours now, and I want to start finishing this off. Okay. So basically, in her video, Pokey made a claim that that Fed tried to get Yvonne fired from her manager position at OfflineTV. This is an outright lie. If you go through here, we'll just go ahead and look at the screenshots, and that's what we'll do. So here's Pokey's claim. Let's go ahead and watch it. I'm going to go ahead and volume boost it.
Put a huge emphasis on this. The way he shit-talked Yvonne and Lily to me and others, particularly, I will just recount my experience, is so frustrating knowing what happened between them. The Yvonne incident happened, and Fed would start talking to me. I'm so sorry for being emotional. He would talk to me about how Yvonne was lazy and not working enough and playing League all the time. And I was concerned. And he would say, oh, she like won't work on OTV stuff with me or brainstorm. Put a huge emphasis on this.
So this is Pokey saying that Fed would go really hard in the DMs with her about Yvonne, how Yvonne's not doing what she needs to be doing and needs to get booted out of OfflineTV. Let's look at the screenshots. Yo, what you doing right now? Hi, yo. Then some screenshots between, I believe, Lily and Pokey. So quarantine has made it very apparent that OfflineTV isn't really lead or prioritized by anyone, I guess. And I don't mean like talent doesn't care about it, because our job is to be the talent. You mean like Chris Chan, but not shitty? Chris Chan, this isn't a reference to Christine Western Chandler, by the way. Chris Chan is a different person who is like their talent manager for the for OfflineTV or some shit. It also made me realize Yvonne is like 90% a content creator now. Yeah, which is great for her if that makes her happy, for real. But also, OTV is left in the dust a little. What do you think? So this is Pokey talking about how she's not happy that Yvonne is getting more into making her own content and streaming and isn't really keeping up with her duties of managing OfflineTV. So this is Pokey messaging these screenshots between Pokey and Lily to Fed. Basically this. Want to pull some funny shit? What? Oh, you're still live? Oh, okay. Okay. No, never mind. No problem. And yeah, gonna be honest, not having Amanda and Denoy here has def hurt. I actually haven't talked. This is their manager stuff. in almost a month, and she was supposed to be a mini-me. As for me personally, I'm trying to take advantage of streaming every day, and it's been incredibly difficult to balance both. I think how long this attention on me will last. I think you should be doing what you're doing. If I reconnect with Amanda, you are a talent, even though you help with content. Talent is meant to be your priority. I am more so bothered by Yvonne, hasn't been stepping up more. So this is Pokimane now, shit-talking Yvonne. Things could get a lot better, and that OTV is no longer her priority. When I really thought about it, like, why did we hire Amanda? I see. When Yvonne is supposed to be Amanda, but in the house. Yeah, I feel you on that, but TBH, though, I thought you were cool with her going the route when we moved. Like, she started her YouTube and everything because you and us were cool with it, and I remember. I'm gonna just come into your room, question mark, bump, hi. So this is Pokey complaining about Yvonne, saying Yvonne's not doing what she should be doing, and Fed defending Yvonne. When Pokey's claim is that Fed pushed for Yvonne to get banned or to get kicked out of OTV and fired. Not only did Fed not push for Yvonne to be fired, and it goes further too, but he was advocating for things to just wait and let things get better. I don't remember the exact context. We agreed, like, content creation was not the route that, but that she likes to stream on the side, but OTV is the main thing. But now it's like sponsor deals, YouTube channels, etc. It's very weird in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like she's definitely in a direction where she's leaning towards content creation. TBH, we didn't make that clear though. At least I don't think we didn't. But despite that, I do agree we need fucking massive help right now. And WoW would have been a good moment to step up. And now would have been a good moment to step up. I guess, like, I just dislike disorganization and inefficacy, and that's what I feel. I hear that. So I think we need to get together and make some solid decisions as a group, or else the decisions will force themselves onto us down the road. For example, if we got someone to help manage, what happens to Yvonne? Isn't that a weird thought? Yeah, true. And yeah, we'll talk things out tomorrow after meeting. You talked to Toast Scar about it. Toast right now. We know we want to / need the help, but I don't think we know about what to do in regards to Yvonne. Yeah, I think we just need to tell her what we want. Yeah, I'm wondering what you guys want. I mean, TBH, all I think about is what I'm lacking. Haven't thought about her business too much. I'll think about it tonight though. Okay, sup. And then here's Pokey's conversation with Lily that we saw in the screenshots earlier. So this is Pokey pushing for Yvonne to be fired or something to be done about Yvonne, you know? And then here's a repost of the screenshots. And then a final conclusion of everything. Just him working on himself. Here's a pretty good one. Pokey claimed that Fed that she wants Fed to work on himself and get better, get over his alcoholism, and just get some therapy. And then Fed posted, Fed made this post on Instagram, him having climbed up a mountain. I assume this is in California or something, saying, I'm doing okay, focusing on my health, mental, and character, working on changing for the better. This will take time. See you soon. And in response to this, Pokey unfollowed Fed on everything. Pokey unfollowed Fed on every social media platform. And then guess what she posted? In the industry, a girl fucks up? What a fake bitch. Such a worthless piece of shit. Also, go die in a hole. A guy fucks up. Oh my god, King, don't worry. Everyone makes mistakes. We know you have a good heart and will be there for you forever. And then, like, some emojis. I think we've seen enough. It's been over 2 hours. We've been going over this. That was basically the end of it anyway. There was one page left basically talking about his current mental health and just a formal apology to Yvonne and Lily publicly. Yeah. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Yes. By the way, this does not change the fact that Fed did in fact sexually harass Yvonne and Lily. Doesn't change. That doesn't change. Okay, that happened. But he was definitely, and this is relevant, the victim of Pokey, who is clearly a lying, manipulative monster. Okay? No fucking doubt. Oh, Vermin, you're late. Oh, shit, you missed everything. Welcome to the stream, though. So, with all of that said, I think we all agree that Pokey manipulated the shit out of Fed. It is absolutely disgusting what we just witnessed here. I don't think anybody who watched this, like, not even the biggest Pokey simps that watch this can like say, okay, this was not bad. That was actually fucking awful. Okay? How does Pokey even respond to this? I don't know. The best bet, like, I thought maybe this wouldn't be as big a deal, but like, everyone's going to be talking about this. I'm getting ahead of the curve on this one. Everybody will be talking about this. Everybody's going to be talking about this, okay? This is like... Pokey's going to feel like a fucking raid boss in WoW with thousands of people coming after her for it, okay? It's going to be fucking big, and I don't know how she's going to respond. But here's the reason why I'm actually talking about this. Why I think it's really relevant for me to talk about this. This is undeniably pure incel fuel. Holy shit. Honestly, if 17-year-old me, when I was a reactionary, read this, there would be no coming back for me. I'm not gonna lie. There would be no fucking coming back for me from being a reactionary if I read this back when I was 17. There would just be no coming back from this. This is just out. Yeah, fucking spermades, dude. There would be no coming back from this. I would just be so far down it. Every reactionary gamer bro that's been shitting on Pokimane, posting pictures of her without makeup and shit like that, like just unfounded misogynistic attacks towards her for like years now, is now going to feel validated. Going after her and calling her a terrible person for this is fine. This is awful. This is a clear representation that Pokimane is a manipulative, cold-hearted, awful person, okay? No fucking doubt with how she lied about this dude. And we're going to see those gamer bros using this as ammo, and reactionary content creators for months down the line using this as an argument to push their audience further right and to make them hate women, and particularly female streamers, more. Yeah. It is very, very stressful. Yeah. We're going to see what happens, how Pokey responds. I presume I'll be going on Bo Black's and Augie's stream pretty fucking soon, considering everything that's happening. And we'll see what talk we can have here. Maybe on the part of where Pokey is absolutely in the wrong, me and the boys there can sort of build a bond there that'll help me get through to them a bit more with political issues. And I definitely got to talk about how people who've had unjustified reasons for hating her are now going to use this as an argument here. She did manipulate Bo Blacks and DMs. I do remember that. I have no doubt she did. That seems to be a tendency she has. At the end of the day, this is very, very troubling. And yeah, holy fuck. Wait, where is Vosh now? Is Vosh going to come watch? I mean, he's late. If he's going to come watch, he's late for the coverage. It'll go up as a video, though, so he'll be able to watch that. Yeah. A lot of gamer bros and incels are going to be fueled by this. And they're going to use it as ammo. And it's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be pretty fucking bad. This might be the spark that starts Gamergate 2. It really might. This might actually be the spark that starts Gamergate 2. And that is fucking terrifying. Yeah. Anyway, If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I always appreciate it. If you want to see more from me, drop a sub and ring that bell icon if you actually want to get notified whenever I go live or upload a video or anything like that, because YouTube doesn't think that just subscribing is enough. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram through the links down below. Really cool. You can follow me on there, see all the dank memes I post on Twitter and Instagram. There's also a link to my fan Discord down in the description. A community of over 5,500 people at this point, I think 5,500. Big community at this point. You should definitely join. It's a really good time, really cool. We might even have a chance to talk to the Zan himself. And beyond that, if you have any spare cash laying around, you don't need it for anything else, you don't know what you want to do with it, you can always send support my way by subbing on Patreon or becoming a member on the YouTube channel or donating or subbing on the website. That's always appreciated, helps the channel out a lot, but no pressure. Like I said, only if you got some spare money sitting around you don't need for anything else. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a good one.